Have you ever wondered what it takes to turn a franchise from the NFL's basement straight into the penthouse suite? What if I told you that after two gut-wrenching 4-13 seasons that had Patriots Nation questioning everything from the draft picks to the parking lot hot dogs at Gillette Stadium, this team is now riding a 10-game winning streak, the longest in the league, and sitting pretty at 11-2, atop the AFC East. Yeah, you heard that right. The New England Patriots, under the fiery leadership of new head coach Mike Vrabel, just dismantled the New York Giants 33-15 on Monday Night Football, and it's got the whole league buzzing. Welcome to your Eagles-Patriots Spotlight. I'm your host, diving deep into the dynasty reborn in Foxborough. Buckle up, because this one's got history, heroics, and a whole lot of heart. Let's start with the main event, because what we saw under those bright lights at Gillette was pure poetry in motion, or should I say, pure Vrabel intensity. The Pats came out swinging, literally, with cornerback Marcus Jones electrifying the crowd just 4:20 into the first quarter. He fields a punt at his own 6-yard line, shakes a tackler like he's dodging a bad blind date, and goes 94 yards untouched for a touchdown. Boom. 10-0 early, and the place erupts like it's Super Bowl 38 all over again. That return. It's the longest in Patriots history, folks, and it set the tone for a night where New England's defense. Remember, this is the unit that terrorized quarterbacks during the Brady-Belichick era, held the Giants to just 239 total yards. Jackson Dart, the rookie gunslinger for Big Blue, managed 139 yards and a score, but he spent half the game picking himself off the turf after hits from linebackers like Christian Ellis, who laid a bone rattler on the sideline that echoed through the stands. But let's talk about the maestro orchestrating this symphony, quarterback Drake Maye. In his second year out of North Carolina, this kid's not just playing like an MVP candidate, he's owning the narrative. Against the Giants, Maye went 24 of 31 for 282 yards, threading 2 pinpoint touchdowns with 0 picks. First, a 3-yard fade to Keyshawn Bout in the corner of the end zone. Perfect touch, right over the defender's outstretched fingertips. Then, in the second quarter, with the Pats up 17-7, he unleashes a 33-yard laser to rookie Kyle Williams streaking down the left sideline. Williams hauls it in, toes on the chalk, and suddenly it's 24-7. Maye's got 23 touchdown passes on the season now, leading the league with 3,412 aerial yards, and he's completing over 71% of his throws. That's efficiency that would make Tom Brady crack a smile from his Tampa perch. The offense racked up 395 yards total, balancing it with Ramondre Stevenson's ground and pound, 67 yards on the night, and field goals from Andy Borgales that split the uprights like clockwork. By halftime, it was 30-7, and the second half? Just a victory lap, with the Giants tacking on a late trash time score to avoid the shutout. Final, Patriots 33, Giants 15. What a statement. Now, let's peel back the layers here, because this isn't just a win, it's a resurrection. Mike Vrabel, stepping in as the 16th head coach in franchise history back in January 2025, after a year consulting with the Browns and 6 gritty seasons in Tennessee where he snagged Coach of the Year honors in 2021, has this squad believing again. Remember, Vrabel's no stranger to Gillette. He was that relentless linebacker from 2001 to 2008, sacking QBs and catching sneaky TDs in the red zone during 3 Super Bowl runs. Inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame in 2023, he's the 7th guy to coach a team he won rings with as a player. Talk about full circle. And after the Pats fired Jerod Mayo following that dismal 4-13 encore last year, Vrabel walked into Foxborough with a mustache that screams, "No nonsense," and a philosophy straight out of the Belichick playbook. Effort, finish, and out-tough your opponent. His post-game locker room speech, dropped exclusively on Patriots.com, was gold, raw, real, and rallying. Picture this, steam rising off the turf, pads clanging, the smell of Gatorade and victory in the air. Vrabel grabs the mic, eyes locked on his guys, and booms, "Muito bem, pessoal, vocês esse superam." Wait, did he just go bilingual? Turns out, in the heat of the moment, channeling his Ohio roots and that international flair from his playing days, he mixed in some Portuguese flair. Maybe a nod to the global fanbase or just the adrenaline. But the meat of it. You chose to be aggressive, you opted for the attack. That's incredible work. I thank you. You got the message, and you were willing to go forward and be champions. We need to keep this up, because now the games get even bigger. He called out Maye for his poise under pressure, Jones for that punt return magic. Kid, you just changed the game with your wheels. And the D-line for stuffing Devin Singletary at the line. Physical pats on the back, verbal high-fives. It was Vrabel at his best, turning a locker room into a brotherhood. As he wrapped it, New England still has a ton of work ahead, but tonight? We own this moment. Diving deeper into the X's and O's, because us football junkies crave that tactical chess match. Vrabel's scheme is a beautiful blend of his Titans' tenacity and that classic Pats bend but don't break D. Against the Giants, they blitzed Dart on 42% of dropbacks, third highest rate in the league this season, forcing hurried throws and that Ellis hit that flipped the momentum. Offensively, it's Maye's legs adding that dual-threat spice. He scrambled for 28 yards on designed keepers, buying time to hit Bout on that fade. Compare that to New York's predictable run-heavy attack. Singletary got his 67 yards, but on 12 carries? That's 5.6 per pop, but the Pats' front seven, led by vets like Matthew Judon, 2 sacks on the year already ramping up, clogged the lanes like Boston traffic at rush hour. No injuries of note here, thank goodness, unlike those early season scares with the O-line, but Vrabel's depth chart is paying dividends. Ramondre Stevenson's vision between the tackles? Elite. And that special teams unit? Jones' return was the 75th of his career, pushing his punt return average to an NFL record 13.6 yards. It's the little things that win streaks like this. Zoom out for the historical context, and oh boy, does this feel like déjà vu with a twist. The Patriots have now hit 11 wins for the 22nd time in franchise history. That's more than any other team since the AFL-NFL merger. This 10-game heater? It's their 6th straight-up 10-win streak in the regular season, but get this. It's the 3rd longest single-season run ever for a team rebounding from 4 or fewer wins the year before. Trailing only the 1999 Colts, 11 straight after a 3-13 disaster, and the 2016 Cowboys, 11 after 4-12. In Pat's lore, it echoes the glory days, 12 in 2003 en route to that dynasty kickoff, 16 in 2007 for Super Bowl 42 heartbreak, and 10 in 2015 before Super Bowl LI's epic comeback. Vrabel's the 3rd coach since 1970 to notch 10-plus in a row, joining the ghosts of Belichick and Parcells. Statistically, New England's averaging 27 points per game, 7th in the NFL, holding foes to 18.5, top 5, with a plus 110-point differential that's second only to the Chiefs. And get this, they're 5-0 against the NFC this year, a sweep that has scouts whispering, inter-conference bully, again.